What's going on, beautiful people? Hope all is well. Yeah, I'm still turning wrenches on the Suburban, running into some supply chain issues, and people having COVID related situations. Just recently got my fuel injectors back from being cleaned. I'm gonna let you check them out. Okay, beautiful people. I chose to send the fuel injectors off to Witch Hunter Performance. Oh, it's out in Washington State, Duval, Washington State, I believe. I have used Fuel Injection Connection over in Georgia before. They've done a good job as well. Just wanted to try somebody different this time. But I'm impressed with the detail of information that they provide on the fuel injectors. Uh, Now, if you decide to do something similar, one thing that I would suggest is uh, doing a doing some preliminary checks yourself. Uh, do a visual inspection of your fuel injectors. Um, just want to make sure you don't see any cracks or anything like that, any obvious signs of damage done to the fuel injectors. The fuel injectors that I took off the Suburban, which is the same ones I got laying right here, a few of them had some cracks in them. So naturally, I didn't want to send those off to be checked or anything like that, just because they already got a crack in them. Don't know how far the crack went into the fuel injector, but didn't want that to be an issue since I'm sending the fuel injector so far off to be checked and cleaned. So I went ahead and discarded them right off the top. But what I also did was check the uh, check the resistance on them. Each fuel injector has a resistance value or impedance value. Just check with your fuel injector manufacturer, and they'll be able to give you that information. But like I say, do a visual inspection, check the impedance, and also make sure that the fuel injector still functions, still clicks. I got a little apparatus that I made up some years ago. Takes a 9-volt battery, little push button right here that will energize the solenoid inside the fuel injector. That will pulse the fuel injector. Uh, Made this deal as well. Was cleaning the fuel injectors myself. This right here, you put the cleaning solution in, hook this up to the fuel injector, and add a little compressed air. But this time I chose to go a different route. I wanted them to be professionally cleaned. Didn't want to have any issues when I go to turn the key to start the engine. Now, let me show you. This right here is some detailed information. He got the fuel injectors broke out, 1 through 8. In this information here, he checked the resistance, check the delete test, spray pattern, static flow. It does a before and after. One of my fuel injectors didn't flow at all. Then it came back after he cleaned it. Hey, it's in line with the rest of them. Does a pulse flow test as well, and got it broke out in cc's at 43.5 psi. Uh, then on the variants, the static variants, all of them within 1.1%. I'm thoroughly impressed with the detailed information that he provide. I would definitely use them again. And so at the top here, you see that he got it listed out 1 through 8. On the bags, they're numbered as well. 6, 2, 8, 5. But he takes it a step further. The individual fuel injector is labeled as well. Check that out. Can you see that? Let me see, focus. Let me see. Yeah, I just take it out of the bag. Got something on. I need to go put some gloves on. But as you can see, each fuel injector is numbered as well, which corresponds with the literature that he sends when he returns the fuel injectors back to you. Now on his website, he does give a lead time on, you know, where he is in terms of getting the fuel injectors back to you, things of that nature. As of right now, though, he's not accepting any more fuel injectors right now, just because due to illness and backlog. I had to wait to get mine back an extended period of time because COVID is still out here. Trust me, believe me, COVID is still out here. I had to wait because he had got COVID. I had to wait almost a month to get my fuel injectors back, but I'm not sweating it or anything like that, just because it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Can't start the engine because I'm still waiting on the headers to come back. So, I mean, I'm sure they're having problems as well. But hey, I'm going to go ahead and get these set up. If you have any questions or anything about the information that I talked about, you know, specifically on this detailed report here, be sure to post them in the comments section. I don't mind sharing the information with you. I mean, this is what the channel is all about, you know, sharing, exchanging ideas and information. All right, so we're going to go ahead and reassemble the fuel rail, putting the fuel injectors back on the fuel rail. Now, getting back to Witch Hunter. Not only do they clean the fuel injectors, but they replace all the hardware on them as well. The O-rings, the screen, the basket. I mean, money well spent. I'm going to say that. Money well spent. Now, what I like to do is lube up the O-ring before putting it into the fuel rail, just so that the seal doesn't tear or get damaged. I'm just getting them in right now, then I'll line them up once they're all in. I was going to spray them, spray down into the cavity with some WD-40, but it looked like my man already put something on there. I mean, they're like they're lubricated with something. So I'm just going to leave well enough alone. Just using some assembly lube. Use this when I put the engine together. Oh yeah, you notice that the fuel rail is powder coated black. That satin black is going to look nice on top of that intake. The intake colors are sweet and sour, made by what the heck is that? Modern Classic. It's a King Diggit design color. Got from Bitch and Rides. Yeah, I mean, I'm not I think it was money well spent sending these off to get cleaned. And I'm like I said, I could have did it myself. I could have cleaned them myself, but I wouldn't have had the before and after information, and then being able to know how much they flowed prior to cleaning and after cleaning. I wouldn't have had that information. All I would have known that is they're working. Maybe that's all that matters, huh? I don't know. But with the amount of money that I spent building the engine, I did not want to have a preventable situation come about. You follow what I'm saying? I spent thousands of dollars on the engine. I don't want to be someplace fighting an issue. So down to the last two. In addition to having the fuel injectors cleaned, I replaced the fuel filter regulator, that Corvette style fuel filter regulator combo. I replaced that as well. I'm sure everyone is aware that fooling around with that ethanol gas, you let that gas dry up, it turns into a crud. And if you worked on small engines before, when you take the carburetor off, you look down in the bowl, you see a crust. And that crust plugs up orifices in the carburetor. And in the situation of fuel injectors, it plugs up the small orifices in the end of the fuel injectors as well. Like I said, that's one aggravation you don't want to be bothered with. Having a lean condition in your engine, or the engine is being flooded with fuel because the fuel injector is stuck open. You got that crud causing the fuel injector not to close. All right, got them puppies on. Let me wipe my hands off, and we'll go ahead and put the retaining clips on. That's that. I like to put a little anti-seize on my bolts, just peace of mind. Dissimilar metals sometimes don't cooperate with one another, so put a little anti-seize on there so we don't have any problems. All right, got them pre-started. Now we're gonna go ahead and tighten them down. All right, the fuel rail bolts are tightened down to 89 inch-pounds, not foot-pounds, inch-pounds. Tell you what, that looks mighty sexy. That black on top of that pearl metallic orange. That looks mighty sexy right there. Mighty sexy. Be sure to post in the comment section. Just give me your feedback. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to hurt my feelings if you don't like it. Hey, it's not everybody's flavor. I feel you. But hey, I do enjoy getting your questions, your comments, you know, interacting with everyone, helping them out with their project. So, you know, let me know. Let me know your thoughts. Give me your feedback. I welcome feedback. I got them ran down by hand. Just make sure nothing is cross-threaded. Wish I could have found some fuel injectors that were black, but you know, hey, whatever. All right, like I said, 89 inch-pounds. Wanted to give you a close-up of how that fuel rail looks on top of the intake. Telling you, that looks hot and sexy right there. I mean, that is sex right there. That is sex right there. But hey, once again, about getting your fuel injectors cleaned by Witch Hunter. Now, they're not sponsoring me or anything like that. I'm just giving shouts out when you know, helping somebody else out. You know, trying to find somebody that'll do a good job. I'm impressed with the quality of work that they did and the detailed information that they send back with the fuel injectors. The printout. The printout that they send with the fuel injectors. I mean, it's detailed information. Like I said, resistance test, leak test, spray pattern test, static flow, pulse flow, the static variance on there, the pulse variance, and then they have a bar graph at the bottom. For those that like pictures, there you go. Huh? There you go. You got your picture. In addition to that, when they're replacing out the old hardware, to make you feel at ease, they send the old stuff back with you, with the fuel injectors. The old O-rings and, I guess, basket or screen. I don't know what the heck that is. But hey, they send the old stuff back with your fuel injectors, just to put your mind at ease, let you know, hey, they did do what they said they were going to do. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you subscribing. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We can learn together. Finishing out this engine. Just waiting on the headers to come back. I had to send them off to get those recoated because the coating failed. I'm not going to say the name of the company or anything like that because I don't want to get caught up in slandering someone's name. But they have a lifetime warranty on the headers, so I sent them back to get them recoated, and we'll see what they look like and go from there. But once again, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.